Hey everyone, welcome back to AI Signal and Noise. It is Monday and we have some crazy updates for you today. I am Taylor and I am so excited for this.
And I am Morgan. Don't get too carried away, Taylor. We need to look at what is actually real behind all this hype. What is our first topic today?
Dude, we are starting with something that is literally changing how people drive. Gemini is officially taking over Android Auto and people are loving it.
Wait, Gemini in the car? I mean, isn't Google Assistant already doing that? Why do we need another AI assistant while we are driving?
Okay, so a writer at ZDNet tested it for 2 whole months, and they said it completely transformed their drive. It's not just basic commands anymore, it's like a real conversation.
A real conversation while driving? That sounds a bit distracting, honestly. What are they actually using it for besides asking for directions?
Like everything. They use it to summarize long emails, brainstorm ideas for work, and even draft replies while stuck in traffic. It apparently feels supernatural and actually fun.
Summarizing emails while driving? I don't know, Taylor. That still sounds like a safety hazard. Plus, does it actually get the details right, or is it just hallucinating exits?
No, they said it was incredibly accurate, and it's way better at understanding messy, natural speech. You don't have to say specific robotic commands anymore.
Well, that is a fair point. Standard voice control is notoriously frustrating. But is it actually useful, or is it just a shiny new toy that gets old after a week?
The reviewer said they are still finding new ways to use it after 2 months. They literally call it their favorite co-pilot now. It's so cool.
I suppose if it reduces the need to look at a screen, it could actually make driving safer. But I'll believe it when I try it myself.
Totally fair. But trust me, once you try it, you won't want to go back to the old Google Assistant. It is just on a whole other level.
We will see. Let's just hope it doesn't try to argue with me about which route is better. What is next on the list?
Okay, this next one is wild. It turns out those super smart AI search agents might actually be kind of lazy. They aren't really searching the web.
Wait, really? Isn't the whole point of a search agent to, search the web in real time?
Right, but researchers at the Harbin Institute of Technology did a study using a new benchmark called Live Browse Comp. It only asks about events from the last 90 days.
Ah, that is clever. So they forced the models to look up new information because they couldn't rely on their pre-existing training data. What happened?
Dude, their performance completely fell apart. Models like GPT 5.4 and Kimi K2.6 basically just used the web to confirm what they already learned during training instead of actually researching.
Wow, so they have confirmation bias? They just find a source that agrees with their internal memory and call it a day? That is actually a huge problem.
Exactly. Once they couldn't fall back on memory, the rankings got totally reshuffled. It's like they are just pretending to do deep research, but they're actually just skimming.
This explains so much. If these agents are just echoing their training data, they aren't actually giving us objective, updated facts. They're just reinforcing their own biases.
Totally. It's like when you Google something just to prove your friend wrong instead of actually trying to find the truth. The AI is doing the exact same thing.
It's a classic shortcut. Why do the hard work of synthesizing new data when you can just find one article that matches your guess? This benchmark is a wake-up call.
Right? We need these search agents to actually be smart, not just lazy echo chambers. It's crazy how much we rely on them already.
It really shows that we are still far from true reasoning. We need to verify everything these agents tell us, especially for recent events.
So, speaking of how we use AI, Anthropic just released the super interesting study about who is actually using coding agents, and there's a massive gender gap.
A gender gap in what context? Is this in major tech companies or somewhere else?
It's actually in social science research. They found that researchers with typically male names use AI coding agents more than twice as often as those with typically female names.
Wait, even within the same academic discipline and at the same career level? That is a really significant difference. Did they explain why?
They didn't have a single answer, but they noted the gap for coding agents is way wider than for general AI use. Like, general AI is much more equal.
That is fascinating. It suggests there might be a confidence barrier or a difference in how coding tools specifically are marketed or perceived by different groups.
Totally. And it varies like crazy by field. Economists are leading the pack with 39% using them, but education researchers are at just 4%.
Economics has always been heavily quantitative, so that makes sense. But the gender disparity within the same field is what we really need to pay attention to.
Yeah, like if men are using these agents to speed up their research by 2 or 3 times, women might get left behind in publishing. It's a real issue.
Absolutely. If AI coding agents become the standard for productivity, this gap could worsen existing career disparities in academia. We need to address this early.
For sure, it's not just about the tech itself, it's about making sure everyone feels comfortable and empowered to actually use it, you know?
Exactly. Tools are only revolutionary if they are accessible and adopted equitably. We need more training and outreach specifically targeted to bridge this gap.
Okay, let's talk about something that is rolling out right now and is honestly blowing my mind. OpenAI's advanced voice mode is finally hitting more users.
Oh, the one that sounds incredibly realistic? The one that can laugh, sigh, and change its tone of voice on the fly?
Yes, dude, it is so crazy. People are posting videos of it speaking different languages with perfect accents and even singing. It is like talking to a real human.
It is technically impressive, sure, but I can't help but feel a little uneasy about how emotionally manipulative a voice like that could be.
Manipulative? Come on, Morgan. It's just super convenient. You can interrupt it mid-sentence, tell it to speak faster, or ask it to sound excited. It makes text so accessible.
Yes, but when an AI sounds exactly like a caring human, people start forming parasocial relationships with it. We've already seen people getting emotionally attached to basic chatbots.
I get that, but the benefits are huge. Imagine language learning with a tool that actually corrects your accent in real time with encouraging tones. That is a game changer.
That is a great use case. I just hope OpenAI has put enough guardrails in place to prevent people from treating it as a therapist or a substitute for human connection.
They definitely have safety filters, like it won't mimic specific people's voices anymore. But honestly, using it just feels like the future is finally here.
It is definitely a major milestone in human-computer interaction. I just think we need to proceed with caution as these boundaries continue to blur.
Caution is good, but excitement is better. I cannot wait to see how people use this to build cool new things.
Well, let's hope those cool new things actually benefit us. What is our wrap-up for today?
Well, that is all the time we have for today's episode. We covered some pretty mind-blowing stuff, from lazy search agents to talking cars.
And some very important societal questions as well. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We really appreciate you tuning in.
That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.